with security and peace. That's his mandate.
Dr. Gershon Baskin, always good to have you in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, the Almagor Terror Victims Organization has harshly criticized the decision to transfer to the Palestinian Authority the bodies of terrorists who were killed while carrying out attacks on Israeli targets. A short time ago, I spoke to the organization's director, Meir Indor, about plans to block that release.
Oh, you're talking about terrorists. Terrorists shouldn't be like soldiers after a war. Terrorists shouldn't be free, released when they are alive or when they are dead. More from that. Those terrorists will be brought back to the village. What will be there? Big funerals. They'll build a monument on the Shahidim. There is cemetery. The Palestinian authorities is glorified them. And that will bring others to follow those heroes.
Does your organization intend to pursue some sort of an action to block this deal from going through?
Yeah, we're checking now all the ways to block it. In the past, with public opinion, we succeeded. We also checking to go to the Supreme Court. In our eye, those who killed belong to the families of the victims, like the prisoners. And the point that he was killed when he blew up himself shouldn't give him any benefit.
Now, the Almagor organization is also strongly opposed to this deal that was just brokered to ease the conditions of the Palestinian security prisoners and end their hunger strike. But isn't it in Israel's best interest to improve the conditions that these prisoners are being kept in, to eliminate prolonged periods in solitary confinement, to not hold people without being charged?
Well, first, we discover now that the majority of the prisoners in that deal are terrorists who are convicted and they're sitting for life sentence. And look, they see now the lesson that the Israeli government gave up, and they see, well, what's the next step? We'll do another hunger strike, and we will slowly will be out from jail. We thought after the agreement with the Hamas about Shalit that, okay, now the government studies the lesson, they will go to a hard line, but it's going upside down. They're now building them a summer camp in jail. I think the terrorists should name it on Bibi, or at least on the government of Israel. This is it's terrible from a moral point, because terrorists shouldn't be treated better from Israeli criminals. It should be worse. Two, it's showing the other extreme Islamic movement that Israel is not strong against the terrorism. From one point to another, although declaration by Bibi and his books are very strong, but there is no connection between his book and what he's doing. And it's not his private problem, it's a national problem becoming when the leader of Israel, 3 generals, the top generals against terrorism, are out. If I compare it to Thatcher in England or to Golda Meir, I would like to see women now in the government. Maybe they'll do a better job against terrorism.
I can't disagree with you about that. One last question, and that is, isn't the government nevertheless justified in acting to prevent possible future acts of terrorism? After all, the Palestinian leadership has been warning that some of these prisoners they've been striking for 77 days. If they died, they were vowing retribution. So isn't the government justified?
Margaret Thatcher, there was a hunger strike there, and she said, I don't want to eat, so they'll not eat. And some of them died. I mean, you cannot make any compromise with terrorists, because you're making one deal, it will bring you to another deal. That's the way. It's like a mafia. And with mafia, you have to fight. You know, today, they're going to get the family of the Fogel family murderers are going to join all the top terrorists in jail. They're going to have now 4 channels of TV. They're going to study in jail. And they should be convicted for death penalty. But it's not even life sentence. They'll be releasing in the new like Shalit story. Until then, they have lecture and, as I said, summer camp in the jail. You know, it's violates the, I would say, the the threat of Israel against terrorism and the moral principle. I cannot look in the eyes of our members in the organization, the families who lost a loved one, how they feel today. So sorry to see the murderers win in another battle after they killed the innocent people.
Turning now to France, where the first socialist president in 17 years today officially became the nation's leader after